Hey Noelle,
Hey,
what's new in imaging and cardiology this week?
let me show you. Hi team, hope you had an awesome week. I just want to start out by saying thank you and congratulations on hitting 100% compliance on your CDL completion by the due date. I am so proud and so excited that I have such an engaged team that is excited about their learning. All right, I'm going to just review quickly some of our volumes for March. You can see that we had 40 cases in the month. Here is the comparison of Cath cases versus IR. And here is our percentage on-time starts. So we're still struggling here, and Kim and Lorima are keeping very detailed documentation of what our delays are. And I just want you guys to know that throughout the process, if you have a physician that arrives late to either fill out paperwork or to the case itself, please escalate to Kim and then Lorima and then myself and then Ross. And don't let more than 5 minutes go by without an escalation. For Apollo, please make sure that all the supplies are crossing over from Wavemark. We've had some supplies that we're missing in Cath Lab 2, and they're working on that interface. If you see supplies that aren't going over, please manually enter them if you can and send the information to me with the Apollo number. I'm here with Brent, and we just finished the team's very first loop recorder insertion. How did it go?
Fabulous. Went very good.
Easy?
Easy.
Awesome. On April 10th, we're going to have an in-service with Cordis to go over balloons. On the 14th, your input forms are due, so please make sure that you're logging into Insight to complete your input forms for your annual evaluations. On the 16th through the 20th, we have Sheila coming back from Siemens to do a week's worth of applications so that we can really fine-tune our skills in doing the 3D spin in Lab 2. On the 19th, we have a mandatory presentation starting at 6:30 in the morning. Kim Dawson with the Cardiovascular Institute is going to come present about the vision of our service line. Immediately following the presentation, as a group, we'll take our annual medication competency. On the 25th, we have grand rounds at 7 in the morning. So just like last time, you guys can come into the Cath lab. We'll display it up on our big screen Banyan monitor, and we can watch the lecture from Orlando. System Surgery has implemented new work instructions for how to bring soiled instruments down for sterile processing. So the important thing for us to know is that we have to spray the instruments down with the enzymatic solution. We should be wiping the instruments with sterile water. We need to avoid saline because saline can cause rust. And then all instruments should be returned neatly into their originating baskets. If we don't have baskets, they can be placed into a biohazardous container. We will be getting closed biohazard containers in the future that we can bring the instruments down in a nice kept way. If we have multiple instruments, the heavier instruments should be placed at the bottom of the container with the lightweight instruments placed on top. And sharp instruments must not be placed into the basin or tray in a way that the worker would have to reach into the container, risking injury. So now I'm walking the instruments in their closed container to sterile processing.
All right, so here we are down on the dirty side. You can come down the elevator right over there from the Cath lab, and we're gonna drop off our instruments. Since we have already had them sprayed and they're in the bag, we're gonna pick up our check-in sheet here, and we are gonna be filling out the date, time we're dropping it off, all the different instruments that we're bringing, how many of each, where we're from, which is the Cath lab, and our initials. Once we have that, we just leave it right here and they will clean it for us. So we are gonna pick up our instruments that are clean. So we come back here, down here to the clean side. Our Cath lab bin is right here. We're gonna see what we have. Looks like you just have a needle driver. So we're gonna count what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And on our little paper right here, we are gonna fill out date, the time that we pick up, how many needle drivers or what instrument we're picking up, how many there are, and where we're coming from, our cost center, and our initials. And that's it.
So this is the huddle board, and exciting news, this will be coming to our work area soon. In the next few months, expect to see some information about huddle board training. That's it for this update. Thank you guys so much and have a great week.